as 6 suspects in the murder case of Andile Mbuthu are expected to appear at the Verulam Magistrates Court in KwaZulu-Natal. Mbuthu, who was known as Bobo, died in May after allegedly being beaten for stealing alcohol during a party. His body was found in a river days after he went missing. Just last week, the key suspect in the case was granted bail by the Durban High Court after being denied bail by the court last month. Our reporter Karinda Jagmohan joins us now. Karinda, a very good morning to you. A very sensitive matter. Let's, before we get started with what's happening now, talk about the history of the case, where it all began, leading up to where we are today.
Indeed, good day to you. Well, this began in May, where reports had emerged that the 16-year-old teenager Andile Mbuthu had been accused of stealing alcohol from a local tavern. He went missing for around a week, and in that time a video emerged of him being assaulted by unknown men. A week after he was reported missing, his body was found in the depths of the Wewe River near his home in Hambanati. Since then, there's been multiple appearances and postponements at the Verulam Magistrates Court, and today there's yet another appearance, but this time community members angry because the main suspect in this case, Tabete, who is believed to be Mbuthu's cousin and the owner of the Magagula Lounge where this incident occurred, has been granted bail by the Durban High Court. He approached that court after being denied bail at this Verulam Magistrates Court. I'm joined now by the Hambanati CPF chairperson, Mr. Vincent Shandu. Mr. Shandu, I understand that Tabete coming to the High Court to ask for bail again came as a surprise to the community. Tell me about this. How did you feel when you saw him in the Hambanati community this week?
Definitely, it was a great shock. It was a surprise, and we are flabbergasted by the whole thing. But what is happening right now, we are just waiting for the court proceedings now. But our aim is one, we reject the whole notion that he has to be outside. Number one, the members of the community were not told. The arresting officer was not told. The stakeholders in Hambanati were not told. The parents of the child, they were not told. Now, we are smelling a rat. Something is wrong somewhere. Therefore, we've come to a conclusion that one, we need the intervention of Pegicele, the Minister of Police, and Comrade Lamula, the Minister of Justice. Those are the only people that we are pinning our hope for, because we cannot trust anybody now. Even our courts have been compromised. We can see there is something fishy in this thing. So we want the authorities concerned to take action. Thank you.
Mr. Shandu, now earlier when the police minister came to the community, you and other community members surfaced a petition to him about the lack of police work in the community. What has been done since?
Nothing has happened. Nothing. After the bail was not granted, nothing happened. Police visibility, you cannot see any police around. And our kids now are feeling threatened. They are being intimidated. And the trauma, you know, the school children, where the deceased was attending, those children are still undergoing serious trauma. And yet when they see this person outside roaming around the street, how are they going to feel? Now, we do not want to take the law into our own hands. We want the minister's consent to come for our rescue. Otherwise, something very serious is going to erupt, and we'll turn that place into a Beirut. Thank you.
Mr. Vincent Shandu, speaking on behalf of the Hambanati CPF, is saying that not much work has been done in the Hambanati community since Mbuthu's death. At the time, the police minister had been visiting the area. He accepted a petition from the community with complaints about the police work there. The community saying that the Tongaat police station had been inefficient in their work to provide security to the community, and since then they had seen the death of young Andile Mbuthu, who had wanted to build a home for his mother. He'd been working in the Tongaat community and wanted to build a better life for his mother. That's according to the family members who spoke out at the time of his death in May, and of course still in mourning as they await now for the court proceedings to unfold.